Hello guys, Lee Power back and I'm preparing another video on Minecraft. This video is gonna, as you can tell by the word that's behind me, in this video I'm going to be talking and explaining. This is going to be an explanation video on my top 5 YouTube tips. So this video is mainly going to be aimed at like small YouTubers or even like new YouTubers who want to grow and gain like, I don't know, like a larger following, get more subscribers, more views, all of that. So this video is going to be like very beneficial for anyone who's either new to YouTube or wants to grow on YouTube. But this video is for everyone. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. So as you can tell by the word behind me, the word we're looking at is pace. Now this word is an acronym, and this word corresponds the 5 words, like my 5 YouTube keywords when making videos. So let's just get straight into it. So the first word is right here, it's pace. So the first keyword is pace. So in order to be a good YouTuber and make good videos, you have to be able to pace yourself. Otherwise, if you don't know how to pace yourself correctly, then you could end up overstressing yourself and overcomplicating things. And if you don't pace yourself correctly, then you can't actually do any of the 4 remaining key steps to being a good YouTuber, and therefore you'll struggle to make good videos. So pace is the first word. So that's all you need for pace. Excuse me guys. Now the second word corresponds to the letter P. Now P stands for plan. So in order to make good videos, you have to make sure that you plan the videos correctly. So you have to make sure that you plan out like the title of the video, what you're going to say in the video, the description of the video, what the thumbnail is going to be, all of that. So they all fall under the plan category. So you need to be able to plan your videos correctly. Otherwise, if you don't plan your video correctly, then you won't create your video correctly, and therefore you'll struggle to make that video go viral. Whereas if you take your time and you plan the video correctly, then it will make it a lot easier when publishing the video and making it reach a lot more people. And so that's the letter P. So now moving on to the letter A. So the letter A is for the audience. So once you've planned the video and once you've got a solid idea for the plan of the video, you then want to move down to the letter A for audience. So you want to spend some time thinking about like what the target audience is. But sometimes when you're a YouTuber, obviously you never like fully know who your audience is going to be. So most of the time you want to try and make like a rough estimate about like who your audience is going to be. For example, if you make a video on, I don't know, like Rocket League, for example, then even though you don't know who your audience is going to be, because Rocket League is a football game, you'd probably expect that your audience will probably be either like people who are like, I don't know, like athletic, or people who like football, or people who like cars, or if you make a video on like this game, Minecraft, then your audience will probably be like kids, because Minecraft is a child-friendly game. So your audience will probably be kids if you make a Minecraft video. But even though you never know who your actual audience might end up being, it's always worth trying to make like a rough estimate about who your audience or target audience of the video is going to be. And that's where the letter A comes in. Now moving on to the letter C. Now this is actually quite a crucial one. So the letter C stands for connect. Now by that I mean you want to try and connect like your entire video together. So once you've planned the video and you've worked out your estimated audience for the video, you then want to connect to the video together. So you want to try and connect obviously your plan, your audience, and the entire concept of the video together. So you want to connect the concept of the video, the gameplay of the video, your wording in the video, and any other features that you're going to include in your video. So you want to try and connect them all together to make a nice and entertaining video, which will be entertaining and interesting for people to watch, and therefore they'll actually stay and watch more of your video than if you didn't connect the video correctly. And once you've done that, it will make it a lot easier, and your video will draw a lot more people into it, and it'll have a chance of gaining a lot more views than if you skipped the letter C and didn't connect the video correctly. Now moving on to the final letter, which is the letter E. Now the letter E stands for explain. So by that I mean, so this links in with your speech and what you say in your video. So you want to try and make it for example, if you're filming I don't know, an informative video, like a redstone tutorial, for example, then you want to make sure that you explain the video and the concept of the video in an easy form, so it's easy for your viewers to understand what the entire concept of the video is about. But you also want to make sure that you do it in kind of an entertaining form, so your audience won't get bored during it. So you want to keep them intrigued during the whole video, but you also want to make sure that you explain the video in a clear tone, so it's easy for people to understand you. And as well as a clear tone, you also want to make sure that obviously you're giving yourself enough time to get your words out. You're not speaking too fast, you're not speaking too slow so people get bored, or you're not speaking too jumbled. And that all comes under the letter E for explain. Now, what I sometimes do, and what a lot of other YouTubers tend to do when they explain their concept of a video, is quite a lot of them sometimes either write it out, write a script, and then practice saying that to themselves, so they can get that into their head and get their words out in a much more cleaner form. But also a lot of them also do a pre-recording of the video. So a pre-recording of a video is basically it's you do you do them in takes. So it's if you do you do the first take, for example, and then you just record it normal, and then you go back on that and you check that and see how good it is, and then you think what can I improve in that, and then if you can actually improve anything, I don't know, talk a bit slower or a bit more descriptive about certain things, then you can implement those strategies into the second take, and then you can do your second take, which will hopefully be better than your first take, because you've really spent time thinking about what you want to change, or what you want to add, or what you want to improve upon. For example, if you do a video and you record the first take, and your voice is really mumbled in some places, for example, then what you can do is you can just go on to edit it and either make your voice louder, or you can actually try and talk slower during the description, the descripted form, and that way obviously your audience can, obviously it works both ways. So you can easily explain what you want to get out to your audience, but you can also explain it in an easy form, so they can easily understand what you're saying and what you're trying to pass over to them, whether it's just an entertaining video or an informative video, if you're trying to pass on information to people. Then if you explain it correctly and in a clear form but with an appropriate tone, then people will be able to understand it a lot easier, and they'll also be able to implement your suggested strategies into their own activities. Like for example, if you're recording a redstone tutorial, for example, during the tutorial, if you explain it correctly and like if you add detail, like a lot of like descriptive language to your explanation, then like more people and like a wider range of people will be able to take into it because the more descriptive your explanation is, then the more people can relate to it because some people understand some people understand like some explanations, like some people understand like complex explanations, others understand like very simple explanations, others even understand like explanations that are like broken down to like has like you've got like one section, you explain like you complete that, then you explain that in a nice clear motion so they can understand that, and then once like it's clear they can understand that first section, you can then move on to the second section and explain that, once again following the same format, making sure that obviously they can understand it, but you want to remember, obviously you want to explain it so they can understand it. So if you explain it and you can understand it, you have to think about being able to explain it correctly so you understand it so you can explain it correctly, but they can understand it so they can understand what you're trying to explain to them. But so all 5 of these YouTube tips are pretty crucial when it comes to making videos, and it's not even like any specific videos, it's any video really. And so these top 5 keywords: plan, audience, connect, explain, and pace. So all 5 of these keywords can be really beneficial when it comes to like helping your YouTube channel grow and reaching like a larger community, or reaching like a kind of like grayed out audience. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much that's pretty much my top 5 YouTube keywords. So let's go over them one more time so it's clear that you guys understand. So the first one is right in front of us, is pace. So you have to make sure that obviously you pace yourself during the video, so it's easy for you to record the video and easy for people to understand you. Second is plan. So make sure that you plan your videos correctly. So make sure that obviously you know what thumbnail you're going to put, the title you're going to put, the description you're going to put, the tags you're going to add, any additional links you're going to add. Make sure you've got them planned out so you can implement them correctly. Second letter is A. So think about your audience. And so think about take like an estimate about like your target audience. Think about the game that you're making the video on, and then try and implement that into the audience that are potentially going to watch that video. For example, if you're making like a video on a racing game, your audience are probably going to be racing fans. If you're making a video on Minecraft, then your fans are probably going to be like kids, because Minecraft is a kids-friendly game. If you make a video on GTA 5, your audience are probably going to be like adults, because GTA is an adult game. So all of that comes under the audience category. So make sure that you either know your audience or you make an educated guess on who your potential audience might be, so you can make an appropriate video that matches with your audience. Fourth word is connect. You have to make sure you connect everything together. So every element of YouTube, like the YouTube video process, you want to make sure that you connect all of them together. So your title, thumbnail, description, wording, enthusiasm, all of them, you want to make sure that they all work together to help connect all your video together, because a video that's not been connected correctly might have an effect on the audience and the audience's attention span to the video. So if your video is not connected correctly, then they might struggle to understand the actual video, and they also might get confused with the video. Like for example, like the first, like within like the first, I don't know, like 4 minutes of the video, you start doing a video about, I don't know, like making a redstone door, for example. Then 2 minutes later, like you're halfway through in the 4 minutes, and then after the 4 minutes, the next part, you immediately skip ahead. You immediately skip the video and talk about, and then do a video about, I don't know, like an animal farm, for example, like an automated animal farm or an automated wheat farm. So there's no connection in that. So you want to make sure that you know how to connect your video correctly. So you want to connect all like the fundamentals of your videos, the title, thumbnail, description, language, gameplay, all of that. So you want to connect them all together correctly. So therefore your video actually makes sense to your potential audience that you're showing it to. And then once you've made sure of that, you can then move on to the final step, which is E. Once again, and it's explain. So you want to make sure that obviously you explain the video correctly and like clearly. And for explain, obviously the word pace comes into all of it, because you want to make sure that you pace yourself correctly when you're planning the video, when you're thinking about the audience, when you're connecting the video, and when you're explaining the video. So explain comes into the like descriptive side of making a video. But yeah, guys, so those are my 5 keywords for YouTube: pace, plan, audience, connect, explain. Yeah, so those are my 5 YouTube keywords. And yeah, so hopefully this video actually helps a lot of other people with making a video. And if you guys didn't, like if you guys find it hard to understand this, then feel free to go back and watch this video again. So you can read and watch this video as many times as you need to be able to understand this. But yeah, guys, so I hope this video actually it really helps you. Whether you're a new YouTuber or you've been on YouTube for a long time, this video is made for all of you, and I hope this video actually helps all of you in order to produce good videos and high quality content. But yeah, guys, so that's all from me today. So I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. But until then, guys, stay happy, stay awesome, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.